Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be flying the B-2 bomber Spirit, a beautiful aircraft, and I think they have a replacement coming out for it, but this just released yesterday, so I wanted to make a quick review of it, or an overview, to see how it flies, how it handles, what the features are. As you can see here, it comes with 5 different liveries. Well, there's 4, 5, 6, 7 different liveries, excuse me. We'll be taking a look at these at the end of the video inside the hangar if you want to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and pick this Viper one. We'll get inside the airplane. We're going to be departing from Groom Lake. We'll be flying around there doing some bombing drills and coming back into Edwards. So let's go ahead and get started in this video. Let's go check out this aircraft. Thank you guys for joining me today. I do appreciate it. It's been a minute since I did reviews. We got some new reviews coming out this week, so appreciate each and every one of you guys for sticking with me, and I hope you guys are having a good weekend and a good Sunday. Let's get into this video, guys. This thing came out, just happened to come out yesterday, and I seen it. I don't think this is a study level aircraft from what I seen. It's we got it cold and dark on the ground here. Sounds like the APUs are already up and running. There is a small checklist that comes with this aircraft. It's pretty basic. It has a really good functionality and everything as far as a basic aircraft. If from what I heard, we're going to test that out today and make sure that I'm not making that up. Let's see. First things first, it's a little bit loud on the outside. I wanted to see if I could get a better view for you guys. I'm just not sure where's the drone camera here. It's not bad. We have Goodyear tires here, so that's cool. I wish I could slow this camera down. I think there's a way to slow the camera down. I gotta figure that out, but it's not a bad aircraft, as you can see here on the ground. Let's go ahead and jump the camera back to a regular position here. Sorry about that. I'm not good with the drone. So, as you can see, we have no hydraulic pressures, so the flaps are down. I believe this is a fly-by-wire. You can climb up through here to get inside the cabin here, which is the stairs. It does go up and down here. Let's see. So we can come to the outside and look around. I didn't realize that. So you can go up in the bays here to check the wheels, and it's pretty cool. Here's our stairs that we can enter and exit the plane from. The B-2 bomber. It's pretty crazy looking aircraft, right? This is the Viper livery. Very similar to the one on the F-16. And of course we're in our top secret base over here at Area 51. And what better place to fly it? There's our strobe lights right on the end. So I believe in stealth mode those retract into the wing, so we're going to check that out today in flight. It will not retract on the ground. You have to be up in the air for the stealth mode to work. We'll also be taking a look at the inside of this plane in the dark to see what it's like. This is pretty cool though. It's 4 engines, Pratt & Whitney. Man, look at this plane, huh? It's going to be fun to try to fly it. Make sure it's on real time. Alright, let's go ahead and jump inside. Let's go back. I wanted to show you guys, but I guess you get the point. It's a beautiful aircraft. We're going to go back, climb up, get inside the cockpit, get this thing started, and go give it a test fly, see how it flies. Also, there is a bomb bay door, which we can open. I don't know if it can open from the ground or not. It might not let me. Oops. Let's go ahead and get inside. Alright. Here's the inside. Okay. Here's the bomb bay door here, which is marked as cargo. With this slow animation. So it also, we're going to do some bombing activities today. So let's go check the payload out here. There's our bombs. We're going to be dropping those. We'll do a little testing run here. Let's jump back inside the plane. I'm going to close up the doors and jump back out so you guys can see that. It's not an extensive checklist for this aircraft of startup or anything. It's pretty cool animation though. I like how it's very slow and deliberate on how they do it. Alright, there is a checklist that comes with this aircraft. I think it's like a very basic one, and also you have, you know, your one here as well. So typical stuff. Internal power kind of gives you a direction, and it lights up there. So external power is on as required. You got your dome lights here as required. There's our flight plan. So we're supposed to put our flight plan in. Now this thing really does not work except for if you put it into the sim like I did before we flew. So I already entered our flight plan, so it should follow procedure on that. It will not let you do it on the ground in cold and dark. You have to put it through the flight sim. So this is definitely not a study level aircraft, but it's pretty cool nevertheless. I mean, here's our fuel quantity systems digitally. It does have them in the other screen as well. So CPU check and buffer. Here's your engines. What your APU should be on, right? Do we put the APU on? Oh no, that's APU start. APU start. So that should be, you can't distinguish the master caution either. APUs, it's weird, they have a little bit of bugs with it, like sometimes you hear it inside, sometimes you hear it outside. Yeah, so they should be both working right now. And this right there closes the stairs up, as you can see, which is pretty cool. Inside you can hear the sounds for that as well. Alright, our steps are closed up. Let's turn our beacon on. I do like that it lights up the information for our beacon here. That's pretty cool. External power is... fuel quantity is checked. Fuel pumps. Alright, all fuel pumps are on. And I think we should be... we don't need the bleed air on until we get the engines up. So let's go ahead and start our engines, and then we'll turn the bleed air on in our packs. So engine startup, let's see. Oops, that's just the ATC. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? Sorry, guys. Alright. Okay, so we did that. Let's go to... before start, checklist start. Alright, so none of them are started yet, so let's press and start. Let's see the engine coming up. We'll go to the outside in a minute once we get these started. Once it hits 18%, we can go ahead and start the next one. Alright, engine 2. Engine 2 is coming up to 18%. We do have 4 engines on this aircraft here. Just going to put some anti-ice on there. Nav lights are coming on as well. Alright, that is 18% and 3. Bringing up and 3. Let's set the altimeter to 998. About elevation of 4,408 feet right now. We got low pressure on still. Engine 1 is almost stabilized. Engine 2 is coming up to stabilize. Engine 3 is past 18%. Starting engine 4. Engine 4 is go. Alright, let them come up. In the meantime, we can go ahead and start those up. Generators can come on now. Let me finish getting this up. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'll wait for the rest of these to come up before we turn both APUs off. Alright. Looks like 1, 2, and 3 are stabilized, and 4 is still coming up here. We don't have bleed on. It's pretty loud on the outside. I like the way it sounds. So far, so good. I like it. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try to edit out some of the boring stuff for you. But this is a really cool plane. Like I said, it's not study level. There's not everything in the cabin is click through. Only certain features work with the aircraft. But it is a B-2 bomber, so that is super cool. You know, I got to give it a lot of credit just for that alone. All right. APU. Let's put APU stop on both. By the way, on the outside here, APU, this is your vents for the APU on the left and on the right. So that's pretty cool. Alright, now that we did that, we have pitch as required, which is centered and good. And then we come down here and we can put our bleed on. Alright, all bleed air is on, and of course our next step is the packs. So that should get rid of most of the call sign lights here. We have exit power available. Extinguishing the warnings. Okay. Pitot heat is on and checked. Taxi lights can come on. Okay, they're already on. I guess they're a different light. Parking brake is on and set. Everything else is looking good. We can go ahead and turn our landing lights on. Oh, by the way, our lights and beaking and all that stuff is up here. We have strobes too, but we don't need to turn them on just yet. Inside dome lighting, cabin lighting, heating, all that stuff. Alright. Alright, now that we have the engines up and running, we're going to go ahead and start taxiing out here. So let's hit the parking brake off. And we do a flight control check here. Really cool. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just put some power in there. And we're rolling already. We're gonna take off on 3-3 left over here, and then we'll do a little bit of a bombing run. It's pretty stable on the ground so far. It's very it's kind of noisy and quiet at the same time on the inside, but the outside is super loud, which is pretty crazy. I like this plane. I think I want to take this for a flight in the stream. Alright, here we go, guys. I'm going to try to brake. I'm going a little fast here. Whoops, I overshot the runway. Alright. It's a little bit touchy. I didn't realize how much power was in there. I overshot it. It's a little bit of a heavy aircraft. Alright. Let's see what the weight is here. Alright, so our weight is currently max takeoff weight. That's our max takeoff weight. This is our current weight. So we're pretty heavy. That's why it takes a little while to stop. Hopefully this is a long enough runway to take off. So let's go ahead and try it out. Here we go. Power set. So far so good. It's pretty stable on the ground. All 4 engines are running. Wow. It's feels like it's not moving that much, but it's going. And it's pretty loud. Alright, we want to take off about 180 knots. We do have a speed check here. So 120, 130, 140, 158 to 160, and I think you can start taking off. 170, 178. Okay, we can start pulling back now. Positive right there. Gear coming up. We're moving. So far, so good. You can trim this plane out as well, too. Let's put 25,000 feet in. To use the autopilot, you have to put that on, and then you put vertical. Then you could use the vertical. Let's put nav on, autopilot, nav. I'm going to start pulling back on some of this engine power here. So let's see if the autopilot's working correctly. It's pretty loud on the inside of this aircraft as well. It looks like we are going to pick up that nav course. Let's see if we can turn down the sounds for a minute here. Alright. I don't want to make you guys hurt your ears or anything. There we go. A little bit better, more calm. It's pretty cool aircraft. So we got nav on, we got autopilot on, and we got altitude hold on. I don't know why altitude, this is vertical climb here. It should work. You see it's going up now? So you gotta click it to go up there. And we should be on our nav course, headed down There we go. We're gonna pick up that nav in a minute here. So it's following the nav course. It's definitely climbing. You have to be above 20,000 feet here. So I just want to check the nav and everything, make sure that works. So now that we know the altitude and everything works, we're going to break off of that, and we're going to just climb up to 20,000 a little bit aggressively here. And then we'll slow our aircraft down as well. We want to be under, like, maybe around 280 knots so that we can get ready for arms. So let's go up to 20,000 or 22,000. Above 20,000, we can open the bomb bay doors. Alright, that's 19,000. There's 20. Alright, now we're at 20. I'm going to go ahead and put the nose back down, try to level out here. Slow down. Okay. And here's our weapon bay door here. And go ahead and open that. Alright, we have that activated. Now check this out, guys. We'll go ahead and throw some bombs. This is your next bay door. So you have to be... Oh, okay, ready for release. Alright, we have to be under a certain speed. We are. Let's release. Says, oh, are we ready for release, or we fall under 20,000 feet again? I want to see if we're ready for release here. We should be. Bomb bay doors are open. Our airspeed is 250. Let's see. I don't remember if we have to be close to 190 or not. I mean 290, I'm sorry. Let's try to get this thing to release here. Alright, now we just gotta work on the speed. It doesn't say ready for release yet. I want to see what speed we have to be at for it to release. 230. There we go. So you got to be 220 for release. Oh, we fell underneath that. It's not easy to release. It only gives you a brief window here. Alright, there we go. So Autopilot works for holding speed as well, which I just realized. So I put 230 in there for the time being to see if we can go ahead and release at 230 or 220. Alright, 230, and it's a release time. Okay. Here we go. Let's release. Okay, now that we released, let's go ahead and close up our bay door here, and we'll brake pattern and kick it into high gear. It handles very good. It's very responsive, but it feels very much like a fly-by-wire aircraft. I gotta say, it does handle very nicely. As you can see, very responsive. Very responsive. Let's go invert it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's try a stall in this thing. I'm just going to nose up 15 degrees, pull the power out. Let's see what we could do with the stall. Feels like it's hard to stall because it's one giant wing. It's a pretty cool aircraft, though. I really like it. It functions really, really nicely, too. We gotta slow down here. It's not letting us slow down. Oh, I know why. I have the autopilot set on still. This thing will climb. I really want to see if we get to 50,000 feet with this thing. I'm just shooting straight up. 140, 130, 120. I hear it buffering. 180. I'm holding the nose up. It's starting to drop the nose. It's 97 knots we're doing right now, and I'm pulling back, and it's just trying to nose down. It's picking up speed because the nose is dropping. Okay, let's let the nose drop. Bring the power back in. Pretty good. Alright. So far, so good. Very nimble. Let's climb up to 50,000 and see if that does it. Let's max out the altitude and the speed on this thing. What did it say? 50? Let's do 55,000 feet for altitude and see what that does. And we'll put our nav mode back on. This is pretty cool. I think we can tone down the extreme climb here. So we should be on track for the Air Force Base. Back on track, I should say. To be honest, we're probably just going to go back to Groom Lake. You can check, oh yeah, I should probably show you this functions and features here as well. You have the map, which is us, and you have inside and outside. So there's where we took off from. There's our flight plan. We're going back on course with it, which is pretty cool that they have that as well, so you can kind of get a vision of where you're going with the aircraft. You have your fuel quantity, your RCH, which I don't know what that is. Our engine status information, and ECS as well. And there's not too much functionality with most of this stuff. This is your heading course and all that stuff. That's your flight course select. So it does have those features as well. That's what your autopilot uses. And we do have, this is our checklist for dropping. So it does tell you wings got to be level, 20,000 feet, doing 230 knots for us to drop bombs. So, and if you want to go to stealth mode, so I want to show you the stealth mode. So stealth mode off. These little tips for the lights come on, and to put them off, let's see if we can do this. They retract. So that's stealth mode. Basically, the lights retract into the aircraft, so everything's flat on the surfaces. Alright, and where are we at here? 32,000 feet. It doesn't look like it's climbing that much more now, so let's see if we can get it to climb a little bit more. It doesn't want to climb without me helping it right now, so I'm pulling back. I put in right here 55,000 feet on the altitude, but it really doesn't want to go any faster than 220 right now. Healthy mode activated. Oh, okay, so it's stalling. So I think it's possible to get it up higher, but it might be a slow climb, even with the power of the engines at full blast here. So we just took off from Area 51, which is back in the other direction here. KXTA. We're going to turn back to Area 51 now and see how this thing lands. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. So far, I really like this aircraft. I'm going to put on heading mode. And we're just going to use heading mode to turn back to Area 51. So heading mode is working fantastic right now. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get us a little bit lower here. We're going to head down to 15,000 feet while we are turning. Let's see. Alright, let's see. There it is. Yeah. So 4,000 elevation at Groom Lake. So let's do about 9,000 feet and let's descend. Let's make sure we are on our descent here. That's our descend there. Okay, and we'll have to pull the engines back as well. I don't know if there's a way to tell what you're pulling your airspeed back. It just shows this airspeed here. Doesn't look like it's giving you too much information. Let me see if we can see anything here changing. No. So not really anything there. It does have a functionality for certain things too. You can do multiple features. You can change any of these screens. And there is a vision, I believe, on here Let's see if I can find it for you guys. There's another one where you can see the ground. I just don't know where it is. Alright, where did it go? So there's another one where you can see the outside ground feature. I just don't know. That's the localizer ILS approach. If you want the ILS approach on, you can put it on here and it will pop up with these lines to let you know. I don't know where that is. I'm just trying to find the other functions of this. Let's check to see what it looks like at night too. We'll go ahead and take it off stealth. And we'll put all the lights on and see what it looks like flying at night. Pretty cool. I like it. What do you guys think at night? Let's check it outside. And if you want to go stealth, you can go ahead and put this in. And you can't see nothing now. It's pretty crazy how fast you can go stealth with this thing. So the landing lights cannot be seen without the gear down. Something to keep in mind. Alright, let's go back to the daytime. I really got to say, this is a pretty cool plane. I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool. So how far away are we from KTLX here? We're almost there at Groom Lake. We're still descending out of 26,000. Right over these mountains should be the area where we're going to be landing. There we go. One of them are broken, it looks like, or is that a bug? Alright, we're almost there. So take autopilot off, heading mode is coming off, vertical climb is coming off. And how do we turn off auto throttle? Spoilers can go to armed. We got to get rid of auto throttle here as well. For some reason it won't let me control the throttle. It's kind of doing it automatically right now. Yaw damper is on. Okay, so I want to see if I can get auto throttle back under control here. I should have disconnected. Something went wrong with the autopilot for disconnect. Alright, so we have one engine that failed us right now, so we gotta start that back up. I'm not sure why. Seems to have a glitch in it when you set autopilot. Just trying to get this thing to work. That is weird. I'm not sure why this is not working. We're right over Groom Lake right now. Maybe it has something to do with this. We lost an engine. Control E. Trying to bring that engine back up here. Alright, I guess we'll have to land without an engine. Let me troubleshoot this and I'll be right back, folks. Okay, guys, we are back and here on final. Gear is coming down. We're right at Groom Lake, returning. Want to land about 180. That is our landing gear coming down there. Like I said, it feels like a fly-by-wire here. I'm going to try to keep the speed above 180 knots. Just leveling out. We're doing about 178. Trying to put some more power in there. It's a very cool aircraft indeed. I really liked flying it. Very, very enjoyable. Try to keep it up. This is hard to land because the judgment of how low it is, you know. Nicely touched down there. Very gentle. Speed brakes are on. There we go. Very, very nice. We did it. Alright, landing lights can come off, strobe lights can come off, taxi lights are going on. And let's make our way to the hangar. Well, alright, we made it back to the hangar here, and I just wanted to look at what this looks like in the dark, so let's go ahead and check that out on the ground real quick. Just to kind of give you guys an idea of what that looks like. Let's put all the lights on here. That's the strobes, landing lights, taxi light. And of course the inside as well. Okay. Pretty cool. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the B-2 bomber. Stealth. That's the B-2 bomber Spirit, a beautiful aircraft. I say, you know what? It was $22. Was it worth it? In my opinion, yes. Not everybody will agree because it's not study level. There's not a lot of functionality with certain things, but it does do cool things like drop bombs, and it flies very good. It feels like a fly-by-wire. Overall, I would say it's a fantastic aircraft, well worth $22 in my opinion. However, if you're looking for study level, this is not the plane for you. This is more of just a generic one with not too much functionality. So I'm curious to see if they overhaul this and do anything with it, update it, make it you know, more functional with the buttons and switches that they modeled here, or if they're just going to leave it as is, keep it simple and basic and fun for everyone. Because you could fly this even if you don't know what you're doing. You can follow the checklist. It's pretty basic and simple. You can put your flight plan in through Microsoft Flight Sim, and it does follow the course. So that's fun. You know, it's a very stress-free plane. You just get in and fly, have a good time, and bring it back down. It's very easy to fly, handles very well, handles good on the ground. So I would overall give this definitely a 3.5 star rating. You know, maybe closer to a 4 just because it's a B-2 bomber, and it does have the functionality of dropping bombs, which is pretty cool. So, and the outside texturing model is very, very nicely done. I really like it. I like the way it looks. I like the way it sounds. Really cool. I did have a problem with my left engine going out, and even when I tried to put it into another aircraft, it still kept the engine off. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. However, you know, it is what it is. Well, I probably did something wrong, knowing me. So shutting off all the engines. There you go. Very cool. And of course, we have our stairs. Oh, maybe they don't come out with the battery on? Oh, no, they do. Very, very cool. Back to cold and dark on the ground, and we are ready for leaving our aircraft. Well, that's the B-2 bomber and my thoughts and opinions of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me go to the hangar and show you one more last thing before we get out of here. Alright, now we got... Alright, so we're in the hangar, and here's the liveries with the aircraft here. As you can see, it comes with your basic model. You got your Tiger, bronze Tiger, a nice orange aircraft to be stealthy with. And of course your Candy Cane Knight, which is going to be great to fly during the holidays. And I think this is the developers. There it is. Yep, that's the developer of the aircraft there. Livery. Pretty cool. I like it. Really nicely done. And the one that we were flying today, of course. And here's the Orange Lion, which is pretty cool. I definitely like the Orange Lion, and you can't go wrong with the Soaring Eagle. Soaring Eagle is really cool looking. I was thinking about using this for this video, but it is very nicely modeled, very nicely done. I'm happy with the product. $22 is a little bit of money for it, but well worth it, being that there is no B-2 bombers in the flight stream yet, and hopefully we'll see some more of this kind of... I'm really looking forward to seeing if anybody makes the SR-71, which is awesome. I would love to see that in the stream or in the sim one of these days. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. Smash the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this aircraft and the review. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, Dustin Diga, God bless. Bye now.